Last time we talked, you were telling me about how women from China are going to Hong Kong to have their babies?
Yeah.
Could you tell me more about that?
Yeah, because if they do that, their children have the identification of Hong Kong, and that will, they have like more protection, more like the medical, and like they're easier to go out of country.
Okay.
Like just be a Hong Kong person is really cool. So they just want their children to get that.
Okay.
Education.
Like, what's the difference?
Like, I think 4 times more. It's like, if you want like, if you're like really rich, you can get like a really cool room, has like a lot equipment, yeah, like private nurse, something like that. Like, it will cost $50,000
In Hong Kong?
Yeah.
And it's 4 times that in, like, Shanghai or just mainland?
Yeah, 50, cause number, yeah, 50, yeah, if, just like normal, because you can't just go there. You need to like ask, like looking for some agency, like some company will help you do that, because you can't just go there and say, I won't make my son born here.
Or is it purely citizenship?
I would say that overall, obviously the services of Hong Kong hospitals are better because they're more organized, and I don't think for the Chinese woman money is really an issue, but I think majorly it's because the services and their child is born in Hong Kong and get the Hong Kong ID, and they can study in Hong Kong, and they want to have a Hong Kong child basically. Even back in Hong Kong, it was really big news because people were complaining how the government was not able to control this because people, and also it was a big risk for the women who were actually going last minute into Hong Kong to have their babies because they were refusing to have it in China in order for the babies to get these IDs to be Hong Kong residents. It was actually a really big news in Hong Kong, and it's still going on. It's just continuously being a big problem. It's how the government is not able to do something, but the new governor who just got elected is saying that he'll be able to do things, but the entire population is kind of doubting him that he's going to be able to control either, because it's really something that even immigration can't control, because the flow of people is not up to the Hong Kong to control the immigration of people who come in, and it's just limited by how much they can control this problem. Obviously, he wanted to work with immigration and control. I'm not exactly sure the policies, but I think he was going to work with the immigration to actually control the amount of people that can come through on certain times. Although this is right now is quite limited as well, because Chinese people can't come to Hong Kong and stay for 7 days around. Okay. So that's one thing that obviously vacancy of beds, the number of spaces available in Hong Kong hospitals are pretty limited because the Chinese women actually taking up the public hospitals, and therefore they're actually eliminating the spaces and taking up a lot of the spaces, and therefore a lot of the pregnant women in Hong Kong are actually complaining and saying how they're not receiving as good service because it's more compact and more people are in the hospital, and that they are not getting the amenities that they should be getting as Hong Kong residents, and whilst all the Chinese women are getting it because they're pretty much taken over. Well, to be honest, it doesn't really affect me because I'm a student and it doesn't really affect me. But then I feel that it's obviously wrong because I can't believe that these women would do these things to put their child at risk because they only go to hospital last minute in order to be able to give birth as a Hong Kong child. They can't stay in the hospital because if they stay in the hospital, they'll get kicked out if they're not ready to give birth. Not kicked out in a sense, but yeah. I just think it's a huge risk for these people who rush to the hospital last minute and give birth, and it's just I don't see if it's worth it. Yeah.
Cool. That's it.
Is that enough?
Thank you so